Beef prices are at a record highs this year as well, fueled by the smallest U.S. cattle herd in 75 years and inflation that continues to impact farmers, ranchers, and consumers alike. 6 News reporter Juliana Jackson has been tracking this issue and brings us new details tonight. She spoke with a rancher and a local restaurant owner to learn who's really absorbing that cost.
For Robert Fleming, this land isn't just a business, it's a legacy. 5 generations of his family have farmed and ranched right here in Central Texas. But Fleming says inflation is making it harder than ever to keep the operation running.
The land cost and the generational changes, the cost of replacement cattle are high.
With replacement cattle and land costs climbing, budgeting has become nearly impossible.
It's a variable cost that we cannot budget for that affects us dearly.
Fleming is pushing back on what he says is a common misconception from consumers.
The American consumer thinks the ranchers are getting rich and everything, and that's not the case.
The impact of inflation doesn't stop at the ranch gate. It follows that beef all the way to the plate.
You know, people are coming here, they want the steak, they want the beef.
Owner of Clem McKeska's Barbecue, Anna McKeska says she's had to reinvent the menu.
Restaurant business runs on pretty tight margins sometimes on certain items, so it has, it definitely has affected our bottom line.
The Texas Farm Bureau says it will take years for the nation's cattle herd to rebuild, and until it does, beef prices aren't expected to budge. Fleming says there's one thing he wants every consumer to understand.
No one is going hungry because of the price of beef. Not an easy task, and that's why so few do it.
Juliana Jackson, 6 News.
The Texas Farm Bureau says feeder cattle prices are expected to stay elevated throughout the rest of 2026.